Hello, my friends. I'm here with Erika Overturff. She is the artistic director and CEO for the American Midwest Ballet. Erika, it's so good to see you.
Wonderful to see you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And so you are just about American Midwest Ballet is about ready to start the 13th season, kicking it off with momentum. But let's just talk about the 13th season just all together, and then we'll dive into momentum.
Great. Yeah, we are so excited to be back at work in rehearsals with the dancers. We have just such a fantastic group. Many of our returning dancers, as well as a couple of new dancers, and they've just been working so hard already this season. We have, as you mentioned, Momentum is the first show coming up, so I can talk a little bit more about that one specifically. And then rounding out our season, we have the holiday favorite, the Nutcracker, which will be in November and December. And then this spring, we are bringing back The Wizard of Oz, which was just such a fantastic ballet that we created the original production several years back by choreographer Aaron Alarcon, and it's really fabulous. So we're excited to be bringing that back as well.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. I mean, honestly, like three favorites. So let's talk. Okay, so the first production, like you said, Momentum. So and how is it a little bit different than the other two?
Well, Momentum is a mixed repertory show, meaning instead of one narrative ballet that lasts the whole evening, it has several ballets, all by different choreographers. So you get to really see a nice variety of styles. And it's also a wonderful challenge for the dancers. So, one section is a classical ballet, pas de deux on point, with the tutus, point shoes and that sort of thing. And then in another section it's very athletic and they're jumping on tables and doing all sorts of stuff. So it's really a fun way to get to come and see what the ballet is all about and all the different things that our dancers can do.
So let's talk a little bit. So and explain to me what this is. So the first work, so those are the different things that you just described.
Yes.
Do you want to go into depth on a little bit more on what that means and what people can expect to experience?
Yeah, that sounds great. So one of the ballets we'll be doing is a piece I choreographed called The Diner. And the fun thing about this ballet that ties it together is all of the songs are food themed. So they're about coffee and pie and all of these different things. And so I set it in like a little roadside diner. And so the characters are waitresses and the cook and the customers. And that ballet is just so much fun.
Yeah.
It's really a good time. So, and people get to really shine through with their personalities and their acting, as well as their dancing. And then we have that classical pas de deux that I was referencing, Don Quixote. And that is really a showcase of technical feats. The dancers do some really brilliant and challenging classical ballet work, and it's very exciting for the audiences and fun for the dancers as well. A great challenge. I love that our dancers can work in a range of styles from something like that demanding classical ballet piece to some of these other really cool works on the program. We just got done last week. Our guest choreographer Ray Mercer was here in from New York City. He's actually an Omaha native, but he's been dancing on Broadway for the past almost 20 years, I think. And he came and created a new work for the company, and it's called Speed Date. It is really cute. And his idea evolved. He knew he wanted to do something with tables when we originally spoke. And then a friend of his told him he had just gone on a speed date. And Ray said, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Tell me more about that." So it kind of sparked this idea. Right. So the dancers are kind of in this fast-paced, energetic thing where they're interchanging with all of each other. And of course, he utilizes those tables. They're up on them and dancing. And it's really impressive and really fast work. And it's always so exciting too to be part of a new work that's created on you and be part of the process. So I think that's been really cool for our dancers. Plus our audiences here in Omaha and Council Bluffs it's a world premiere. So they'll be the first to see it by this really
Awesome.
awesome choreographer. The last piece that I was going to tell you about is by Frank Chavez, and he has worked with us before. It's a piece called Eva, and it's all to the music of Eva Cassidy, and it's
Okay.
just so beautiful. There's lots of partnering, lots of really intricate choreography, and I just love this piece, and so it's one I really wanted to bring to our audiences here.
Yeah. Well, let's talk specifically dates and location, because you do some part of it in Omaha and then part of it in Council Bluffs, correct?
Yeah, so for Momentum, we have 2 shows, and those will
Mm.
be both at the Hoff Family Arts and Culture
Okay,
Center
okay,
in Council Bluffs. And then throughout the season, we'll be performing at the Orpheum too.
okay,
For the Nutcracker will be at the Hoff Center, as well as the Orpheum Theater,
right.
as well as on tour. And then for the Wizard of Oz, again, it'll be at the Hoff, at the Orpheum, and we're getting to go to a couple of touring locations with that too.
Okay.
So yeah, we're really we're in the thick of it, but we're really excited to kick off this wonderful performance season.
And then tell me again, what's the date for the Momentum? What's the kickoff date or the weekend dates?
It's October 15th and 16th,
Okay.
and the Saturday show is at 7:30 p.m. and the Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m.
And I'm looking at your website over here. I keep kind of glancing over this way. There's you can purchase tickets on the website. There's lots of great information also on the website about the season, and also all kinds of other things that you do as well.
Right. Yeah. You can learn more about our choreographers, our dancers, where to get tickets. And as you mentioned, some of the other work we're doing in the community too, because education, community engagement are so important to us. So we have some really fabulous work going on around that as well, for students and for just all sorts of groups within the community to try to bring dance to a wide variety of people, because it brings joy and
Oh
inspiration,
my gosh,
you know,
absolutely.
to people. So why not share that with as many people as we can? So that's a big part of what we do as well.
Yeah. Well, and let me ask you this, Erica, because we've got a little bit of time left. Let's just, for people that don't know the backstory, don't know the history, you're the founder of American Midwest Ballet. Just tell us a little bit about that journey and why, how you find yourself here 13 into a 13th season.
Well, I can't believe it. Now that you say 13th season,
Yeah.
we have been going strong, and I believe in us. So it's not that I don't believe it, but it is really something, because even, our first performance that we did, or even when we made it to the second season, that we had a second season, all of those are milestones for us. So I still haven't forgotten, that feeling of sort of awe that we've been able
Yeah.
to take this idea that was just a dream and get it off the ground and grow it probably beyond my even expectations, because we have a beautiful facility now. We have just a fantastic roster of dancers and artists we've gotten to work with from all over the country and internationally, and all the collaborations that we've gotten to do. But long story short, I was a dancer in the former company, and I was dancing professionally here in Omaha, and we learned that company was going to close. And so I said, well, what do we have to lose? Let's start a new company. And so it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of just fantastic experiences and connections with people along the way.
Well, and let's also, just before I let you go, how can people support American Midwest Ballet, even, outside of buying tickets? Because people are, they want to support the arts and your organization.
Yeah, our supporters, our donors, are such an important part of our ballet family. Our work wouldn't be possible
Yeah.
without that. And that's one of the things that amazes me, being in my position now as the director of the company, because obviously I've been involved in dance for most of my life, but to see how people that, maybe aren't part of the performances or part of the profession, but the enjoyment they get out of it, or seeing the wonderful place that the ballet fills in our community, artistically and culturally. And the people are so generous, that they want to be a part of it, want to help make it happen. So it takes, it's just like a ballet production that has a big cast, and there
Right.
are all sorts of roles, and people bring their different talents to it. That's what it is, like a ballet company. And those supporters and ticket buyers and the performers, everybody plays an important role, and it takes all of us in order to make the ballet possible.
Well, I'm excited for this season. And again, I'm checking out your website. You have an amazing website, like lots of great information, and also lots of beautiful imagery in itself of the dancers. So encourage people to go to the website, amballet.org, and you can buy tickets. Again, you've got a school, how to support you, and all that good stuff. So, and we talked a little bit.
Anybody, dancers young or old, that are interested in trying out dance, or continuing their training. Our school too, it's affiliated with professional companies, so we have the top teachers and just a really great program for training, whether you're looking toward a professional track or you're just dancing for fun.
That's awesome. I might have to check that out. I used to be a dancer when I was younger.
Wonderful. We have adult classes too, and we have classes for adults that are just beginners that thought, oh, I always wanted to try that, and maybe now they have the time. Or for people that trained, growing up and then haven't danced in a while, but they have some of that experience. So for the more advanced adult.
Right. I remember doing ballet classes and then going and performing on the stage of the Orpheum when I was a child. And it was a great experience. So I'll have to check that out. So
wonderful.
All right, Erika, thank you so much, and encourage everybody to go to the website, and then we'll have you back, I know, again, to talk about the Nutcracker as we get closer to that performance kicking off. So again, it's great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And folks, we will be right back.